Before I get started, I just want to tell David that I had nothing to do with the turtles going missing. We'll see in a second. The story's very similar. I'm ready whenever you are. Ahoy! My name's Geeg Wiles, and I'm here to talk about him. This is Captain Ahab. He's a 3-foot-tall, 40-pound, gray yellow wooden fisherman / wannabe pirate captain, hence the Jolly Roger. And I'm here to tell you, if he can get out and do all the things you're about to see, then we encourage you to do the same. That's us at the Grand Canyon. I don't know everything about the statue, but I do know the last 75 years of his life. That's because before I was the caretaker of Captain Ahab, my grandfather was. Every memory I have of my grandfather is shared with this statue. That's us at the Dew Tour in Killington, Vermont. So every memory I have of this statue is shared with my grandfather, and that was pretty embarrassing until about my 10th birthday. My birthday, July 18th, is on my favorite day of the year. That's us kissing the Blarney Stone in Ireland a couple years ago. It's on July 18th, and my grandfather used to throw a huge hootenanny on July 18th since before I was born. And after I was born, it only got to a bigger hootenanny. This is because that's us getting tattoos a long time ago. So after I was born, the hootenanny only got bigger. So growing up, I thought everybody from all over the world, all of his war buddies, came to celebrate my birthday, but really it was to celebrate when they found their captain, Ahab. That's him right there. They're his war buddies. I say found, but I mean commandeered, obviously. It was a common prank back in World War II to get quite inebriated. This was the night before, actually. And commandeer a lawn ornament. Take it. They were in the Navy, so that's us skydiving. So you commandeer a lawn ornament, and it would be a stowaway on the ship. So they would plaster it with cargo stickers, write letters, take a few pictures if somebody had a camera. And the whole idea was when you got back from tour, you would take the scrapbook you made, leave it on the doorstep. That's us in the Caribbean this winter, on St. John. So you take the scrapbook, leave it on the doorstep, knock on the door, hide in the bushes, and the once sad parents would start flipping through the book and become very happy parents. It would be like, hey, Mom and Dad, sorry I ran off and joined the Navy, but here's my adventures. That's us at the Red Bull Flute Dog in Philadelphia. The only problem, obviously, is that Captain Ahab was never returned home. He was officially lost. So I was pretty embarrassed about my grandfather and his statue until my 10th hootenanny, my 10th birthday, because on the night of that's us on Alcatraz. We got locked up for a little bit. On my 10th birthday, the night of, I stumbled upon their late night card game. So this hootenanny was all about them getting back together for this card game. They'd all throw in about $1,000 and have a suitcase packed by the door. And whoever won the card game picked the destination. They didn't win the pot. That's us at Bryce Canyon. And so whoever won picked the destination, and the next morning they were gone before I woke up. So on my 10th birthday, I stumbled upon this card game and they let me sit in for the first time, which was awesome because I got to hear all these stories about their travels. So that's us at the world's largest ball of twine. So I got to listen in to all these stories, and they had somebody to make their drinks for them. I did this for the next 9 years. I'd count down the days to my birthday, not for my birthday anymore, but to listen in on this card game. It was the same old stories year after year. He's a hit at weddings. And by my 19th birthday, I had a crew of my own. We played cards at the end of the table, and like I said, just to listen to the stories. But what changed on the next day after my 19th birthday is I went to clean up the mess that they usually left, and they were, that's the mural on my wall at college, and they were all still there. And before I could ask them why they were still there, they handed me an envelope, and my grandfather told me, since Ahab and I shared such a special date in their lives, it would only be fitting to share the adventures that followed it. So to take their winnings from last night's game, wake up my friends, get in the car, that's us ziplining, get in the car and start driving. So we've been doing just that. That drive led us on our first road trip, and soon we were back at university with this 3-foot-tall, 40-pound, bright yellow wooden fisherman / wannabe pirate Captain Doorstop. And he's flown first class before, something I still haven't done. So yeah, he became my doorstop, and I would trade that story for a photo with whoever listened. And you saw the mural that I created at college. What I didn't know is that after college we kept traveling, and it wasn't just a cool story for college kids. That's us whitewater rafting. I just thought it was popular at college, but when we really started traveling and getting out after university is when I noticed that everybody was curious about it. It was a natural icebreaker. So everybody would ask and take their picture, and it just naturally evolved into a, that's not Mount Rushmore. Everybody loves that one for some reason on walls. So the picture mural that I had on my wall evolved into a website, and now everything's just sort of been snowballing. We do speaking engagements, we have an ongoing bucket list, we have group adventures. This is everywhere we've been so far, and there's a few other places like Sweden and such that are not on there. But anyway, I could talk all night about this, but the main focus is that every time we do one of these things or meet other people, it's turning strangers into friends that's honestly our favorite part. We never know when we'll meet. That's to make sure I don't forget them. Oh, hello. But that's my favorite part. I don't know when the next person that's going to help us evolve this adventure, we're going to meet them. But I look forward to every stranger that we turn into our friend who becomes a fan of Captain Ahab, because it was a story from a once group of strangers that started this journey. Why not let our story be the start of it? Cheers.
Turn the volume way up on here, sorry. So thank you guys all for coming tonight. That's the last of our presentations. However, we're going to have some music coming on. So Eddie from Eddie's Music Downstairs is going to be playing, as well as a couple other people. Feel free to hang out and chill as well. And if you have any questions, or I may turn the light sideways if you guys all want to get your portrait taken with Ahab, by all means, come on up and do so. I think that would be an awesome output for this evening. So thank you guys all for coming, and enjoy, eat, drink, and be merry. Thank you.